Welcome back to Dungeons and Deep Dives, the series where we explore the classes of Fabula Ultima with a designer's lens and a dreamer's heart. I'm the Neosoulgod, but you can just call me Neo. And today, we're standing tall with the immovable defenders of justice, courage, and sacrifice. This time, we're talking shields, strategy, and selflessness. Because the class we're diving into today is my personal favorite, the Guardian. Guardians aren't just tanks. They are ideals forged into armor. Veterans, valiant souls, the unshakable few who put their bodies between danger and the people they love. So embrace yourself, raise your shield, and remember, a wall isn't just protection, it's a promise. This is the Guardian. As always, let's begin with what you get just by investing a single skill level into Guardian. First, you permanently increase your maximum hit points by 5. Simple, effective, and so on brand. Guardian is one of the bulkiest classes in the game, and this helps ensure you survive long enough to do your job, protecting others. Second, you gain the ability to equip martial armor and martial shields. That means heavy plate, tower shields, and all the gear that says, I take hits so you don't have to. Whether you're a stoic knight or a scarred survivor, these tools are essential to your kit. Now let's take a look at the 5 core skills that define the Guardian. Bodyguard. When you perform the guard action and choose to protect someone else, that creature gains resistance to all damage types until the start of your next turn. This is immense. Resistance cuts incoming damage in half before anything else. Pair it with armor, shields, and the defensive mastery skill that we'll get to in a moment, and you can turn your allies into borderline invulnerable. This is your bread and butter if you're playing a frontline protector. Use guard liberally, especially in boss fights and high-stakes moments. Defensive mastery, because every scratch has a story. As long as you have either a shield or martial armor equipped, all damage you take is reduced by your skill level. Before factoring any affinities, too. It's a flat damage reduction. That means even the tiniest hit might bounce right off of you, and bigger hits get shaved on down. It stacks wonderfully with resistance and bodyguard, letting you reliably stand in the line of fire, sometimes quite literally. If you invest deep into Guardian, this skill turns you from hard to kill to nearly impossible to move. Dual shield bearer. Because the best offense is 2 defenses sometimes. This skill does exactly what it sounds like. You can now equip a shield in your main hand. Yes, that means you can dual wield shields. And if you do, it's not just for show. When you equip a shield in both hands, you gain the full passive bonuses of each shield. And you can now treat your combined setup as a 2-handed brawling weapon that deals might plus might on accuracy, and as damage, your high roll plus 5 physical, and as a bonus, you deal extra damage equal to the skill level of defensive mastery. So we love that synergy. This is easily one of the most flavorful mechanics in the entire game. A dual shield Guardian doesn't dodge, doesn't retreat. They bash their way through the battlefield like a walking fortress, turning every block into a counterattack. It's goofy, it's glorious, and it absolutely works. Fortress. This skill gives you a permanent HP increase of skill level times 3. That means at a full skill level of 5 investment, you gain a whopping 15 extra HP on top of your core bonus. That's 20 free HP from the Guardian class. Combine this with high might, good equipment, and healing from your allies, and you've got one of the highest survivability ceilings in Fabula Ultima. It may not be flashy, but it's the foundation of every great defense. Protect. Whenever another creature is threatened by an attack, spell, or danger, you can take their place. Any checks involved are made against you instead. You can even declare this after you know the results of those rolls. Be aware, if the danger already included you in it, it affects you twice. You also can't protect more than one person from the same threat, and you can only use this once per round. This is the signature Guardian moment, standing in for your friend at the last second, absorbing a fireball meant for the healer, or intercepting a deadly strike. It's reactive, it's cinematic, it's heroic. And now that we've bashed, blocked, and braved our way through the full Guardian class, it's time to take things to the next level. Let's talk heroic skills, those rare, in-game defining abilities that represent the ultimate expression of your class mastery. These are the powers that separate a seasoned warrior from a living legend. If you've mastered the Guardian class, these are the heroic skills waiting for you at the end of the path. Rampart. From the core rulebook. Its only requirement is you must have mastered the Guardian class. Rampart is a pure battlefield dominant feature. During the first round of any conflict, you become a living wall. You gain resistance to all damage types, and you're completely immune to new status effects. Nothing gets through your guard. Keep in mind, you don't recover from any status effects you already had when combat began, but this power still gives you a crucial protected opening turn, especially in boss fights or ambushes. You are the front line. The enemy stops here. Unbreakable. From the core rulebook. Its only requirement is you must have mastered the Guardian class. This one's simple, dramatic, and iconic. Once per scene, when you're about to drop to 0 hit points, you can instead grit your teeth, steel your resolve, and stay standing at 1 HP. That's it. No roll, no cost. You just refuse to fall. For players who love heroic last stands and death-defying moments, this skill delivers every single time. Hoplite. From the High Fantasy Atlas. Its only requirement is you must have mastered one or more classes among Commander and Guardian. This skill is for tacticians, shield bearers, and war leaders. As long as you've got a weapon in your main hand and a shield in your offhand, you gain 2 major benefits. Your attacks with that weapon deal an extra 5 damage, and you get a +1 bonus to your defense. But keep in mind, Hoplite doesn't stack with custom weapons that already boost defense, and it's not compatible with dual shield bearer. Pick one style, and you gotta commit to it. If you like spear and shield, classic phalanx style gameplay, Hoplite's the jam. Brave Bash. From the Natural Fantasy Atlas. Its requirement is you must have mastered one or more classes among Commander, Fury, Guardian, Pilot, or Weapon Master. To use it, you also need the Weapon Master skill Bone Crusher. And I normally don't talk about skills that require other classes in the videos, but this is a special one. So let's get to it. Bone Crusher. From the Weapon Master class. This brutal skill lets you sacrifice damage from a melee attack to deliver a tactical debuff instead. When you land a hit with a melee attack that would normally deal damage, you can choose to deal 0 damage and instead pick from the list of inflicting dazed on all targets you hit, inflicting weak on all targets you hit, or have each target you hit lose skill level times 10 mind points instead. You describe the attack, flavor it however you like, and choose the effect based on the moment. This is the setup for the real payoff. Brave Bash. When you use Bone Crusher, if your attack targets only one creature and you've got a shield equipped, you can challenge that creature until the end of your next turn. That challenge forces the creature to include you in all their attacks and offensive spells if able. And once per turn, including on other creatures' turns, when you deal damage to that challenged target with a free attack using one-handed melee weapon of some kind or a custom dagger or sword, you deal an extra 5 damage. It's not just control, it's pressure. Brave Bash makes you the center of the battlefield, daring enemies to test your shield and punishing them when they do. Power Nap. Its only requirements are you must have mastered one or more classes among Guardian, Merchant, or Wayfarer. This one's a little weird. Niche is still really amazing. Once per conflict, you can take an action on your turn to completely reset. You instantly recover 20 plus half your level in HP and MP and clear all status effects. But after that, your turn ends. You fall unconscious and can't see or hear. And your defense and magic defense both become 5 and cannot be raised in any manner. You're basically wide open, but still breathing. You'll wake back up at the start of your turn, or if you take damage. Until then, you're relying on your allies and possibly someone else using the protect skill to keep you safe. It's a tactical risk, but in the right moment, Power Nap can turn defeat into a comeback. And that's the Guardian, unyielding bulwark, battlefield anchor, and living shield. Whether you're drawing enemy fire, deflecting deadly blows, or turning defense into devastating counterattacks, the Guardian proves that protection can be powerful. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more Fabula Ultima content, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you never miss your turn in the initiative. Got a favorite Guardian combo? Or a moment when you held the line against all odds? I want to hear all about it. Drop it in the comments below. Who would you like to see next? Would you like to see another class breakdown, a custom build, or maybe some game mastering guides? Let me know. I'm always listening and building the next deep dive with your ideas in mind. If you want to support the channel, check out the links in the description. You'll find my Patreon, where you can get early access to upcoming videos and behind the scenes content, plus affiliate links to DriveThruRPG to grab the Fabula Ultima core rulebook and the atlases we covered today. Until next time, I'm the Neosoulgod, and this has been Dungeons and Deep Dives. May your shields never falter, your challenges always land, and your heart stay brave. See you soon.